How did Roman Reigns' real brother Matt Anoa'I die? Rosie's short yet impactful WWE run. Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Jennifer. Have a nice day. For the WWE family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Roman Reigns dominated the WWE during the modern era, but the extraordinary life of his elder brother Matt Anoa'I became a source of inspiration. Over the years, the wrestling world has witnessed the passing of in-ring talent and legacy from one generation to the next. One of the most prominent modern-day superstars to carry that torch is Roman Reigns. A proud member of the legendary Anoa'I family, Reigns has risen to become one of WWE's most dominant figures, holding his place at the top of the industry for over a decade. However, Roman Reigns was not the only standout from his generation within the Anoa'I lineage. His elder brother, Matt Anoa'I, best known to WWE fans as Rosie, was also a powerful and charismatic performer who made a strong impression during his time in the ring. Tragically, fate had a different path in store for him. Despite his talent and promise, Rosie's life and career were cut short. Both Roman Reigns and his elder brother Matt Anoa'I were born and raised in a household deeply rooted in wrestling tradition. Growing up, they were surrounded by legendary stories of their wrestling forefathers, tales of the revered High Chief Peter Maivia, grandfather of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and larger-than-life figures like Yokozuna, Rikishi, and the Wild Samoans were a constant part of their upbringing. Inspired by this rich legacy, Matt Anoa'I chose to follow the family path into professional wrestling. He began his training at the renowned Wild Samoan Training Center, operated by his uncle, WWE Hall of Famer Afa Anoa'I. Matt's break into WWE came in 2002 when he debuted alongside the legendary Umaga as part of the powerhouse tag team known as 3 Minute Warning. The duo quickly made an impact with their explosive in-ring performances and dominant presence, dismantling rivals with ease. After Umaga departed from WWE, Matt reinvented himself by teaming up with the Hurricane, embracing a more comedic and lighthearted persona as a superhero in training. A character that connected well with fans. His WWE career reached its peak when he and the Hurricane defeated La Resistance in 2005 to capture the World Tag Team Championship. Matt's time in WWE came to an end in 2006, marking a pivotal turning point in his career. However, his passion for wrestling never wavered. He continued to perform on the independent circuit, including stints with All Japan Pro Wrestling and Ohio Valley Wrestling, leaving a lasting impression wherever he went. After a decade of domination in the ring, Matt decided to step away from professional wrestling. He decided to dedicate his time to family life, focusing on being a devoted father and actively coaching his children's sports teams. But no one thought of what waited for him as he stepped away from the ring. Matt Anoa'I, fondly remembered by WWE fans as Rosie, tragically passed away on April 17, 2017, at the age of 47. His untimely death was attributed to congestive heart failure, a heartbreaking end to the life of a man who had once thrilled audiences with his power, charisma, and heart inside the ring. In the years leading up to his passing, Matt had quietly battled a series of health challenges. He had been struggling with weight-related complications and kidney issues, which gradually took a toll on his overall well-being. Despite stepping away from the spotlight, those close to him knew of the private battles he was fighting. Far from the roar of the crowd, WWE released a statement to highlight the emphatic career of the veteran wrestler and offer their condolences to the fans and families. Upon his tragic death, the Anoa'I family also released a heartfelt message which read, "The One family is mourning the loss of Sika's son, Matt, aka Rosie, due to an untimely death. We want to let his fans know that he loved them and the wrestling world so much. In his passing, he left 3 beautiful young children and a heartbroken family. Even though Matt Anoa'I could not rise up to the level of his brother Roman Reigns, his life and career became a source of inspiration for his fans and for the Shield protagonist in particular, who battled leukemia twice in his life to pursue what he loves the most. One of the most talked about moments of WrestleMania 41 was Paul Heyman betraying his close friends Roman Reigns and CM Punk to align himself with Seth Rollins and help him win the triple threat match. In the last 2 weeks, a new member, Braun Breaker, has joined their team, and they have established their dominance by destroying Reigns, Punk, and Sami Zayn since. On the May 5th episode of Raw, the Hall of Famer tried to justify betraying his tribal chief, sparking mixed reactions from fans. In 2020, Paul Heyman joined Reigns to form one of the most legendary manager-wrestler duos in WWE history. Later, famous names like the USOs, Sami Zayn, and Solo Sikoa joined them to form the dominant faction, the Bloodline. Heyman played a huge part in the tribal chiefs and his Bloodline's success, but the wise man shocked everyone recently by turning on his friend. He tried to justify his action this Monday during a segment with the World Heavyweight Champion JUSO. The wrestling veteran explained that he helped Reigns become who he is today and helped him create history with his 1-3-1-6 day-long title reign. But the OTC lost his undisputed WWE Championship last year at WrestleMania XL to Cody Rhodes after being distracted by Rollins, who was also in the ring during the closing moments. Heyman then reminded fans that after that historic bout, Reigns suddenly disappeared, leaving him to Sikoa, who took over the Bloodline, added new members, and also laid his hands on the veteran. While the OTC later returned at SummerSlam and his wise men helped him in the Civil War, Heyman believes he only came back to reclaim the Ula Fala, a necklace that represents his tribal chief status. These were the arguments Heyman put forth this Monday to justify his actions at WrestleMania, but fans seem to have mixed opinions about it, with some agreeing with him while others share contrasting thoughts. "Nah, Roman saved Paul like 5 times and made him relevant," wrote this fan. One fan seemed to agree with the legend, writing, "Ingal Paul really did make Roman look like the bad guy BC. Paul really did save Roman's career." Another user commented, "Finally, hold Roman accountable." While many think Heyman's justification isn't valid, one user pointed out that fans at least got answers. Unlike the John Cena-The Rock storyline, "At least we got answers. Still don't know why Cena sold his soul to The Rock." Another fan agrees with the Hall of Famer to some extent, but argues that the tribal chief did return last year to avenge him. "I do agree with him, but he did come back to avenge what happened to Paul and Jimmy and become the tribal chief again." Reigns appeared on the April 21st episode of Raw, where he fell victim to Rollins and Heyman's surprising new ally Breaker. However, since then, the OTC has been missing from WWE TV. It will be interesting to see when Roman returns and how he deals with his old friend and his allies. The WWE episode of Monday Night Raw delivered a night of entertaining events, including a surprising returns during the main event, which interfered between several intense matches, creating memorable moments. Held at the CHI Health Center in Omaha, Nebraska on May 5th, this week's WWE Raw featured numerous compelling developments. JUSO started the show by addressing Logan Paul, only to be interrupted by Paul Heyman. Heyman expressed his astonishment at seeing USO, given his past betrayal of both CM Punk and Roman Reigns. Following a tense verbal exchange, Heyman launched into an emotional outburst. He blamed CM Punk for creating a situation that damaged his relationship with Roman Reigns. He further explained that Reigns was resentful of Heyman supporting his best friend's aspirations. Moreover, Heyman asserted that his new associate, Seth Rollins, was destined to become the World Heavyweight Champion and then provoked JUSO into a match. USO promptly demanded the match take. This singles contest saw all members of the Judgment Day present at ringside. Their constant interference led to the referee ejecting them from the ringside area. Chad Gable then attempted to interfere, but Penta neutralized him. Turning his attention back to JD McDonough, Penta executed a Mexican destroyer to secure the victory. Initially, Grayson Waller was scheduled to compete, but he persuaded Adam Pearce to allow Austin Theory to take his place. Theory's opponent was revealed to be the returning Sheamus. The Celtic Warrior dominated the match, overcoming Theory's efforts and ultimately pinning him after delivering a brogue kick. Becky Lynch came to the ring to criticize Bayley before calling out her Backlash opponent, Lyra Valkyria. As Lynch recounted her accomplishments, Valkyria reminded her that she, not Lynch, was the inaugural WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion. Following a heated exchange, Lynch attempted a cheap shot, but Valkyria countered, leading to a physical altercation. WWE officials intervened to separate them, but Valkyria broke free, re-entered the ring and reversed the manhandle slam into the Nightwing to win the impromptu match. This matchup proved to be one of the most captivating and closely contested of the evening, with IYO Sky and Roxanne Perez delivering an outstanding performance. The finish saw Perez evade Sky's moonsault attempt and try for a roll-up, but Sky countered with her own roll-up to secure the pinfall victory. Post-match, Julia and Perez launched an attack on IYO Sky, leaving her incapacitated in the ring.